Welcome back to my channel, guys. This video is going to be about the new Multistrada V4. So I need to get my V4 SP2 serviced, which means I have to drop this bike off, and Ducati is giving me a new Multistrada for the day. So I thought it's a perfect time to capture a video and cover a quick review of the new Multistrada.
This is the Multi. Pretty much brand new. Wings.
First time on a Multistrada V4, but I need to go get to the office first. I've got the bike for the day, so we got plenty of time to do a review. The first thing to notice is the wide seat, including the passenger seat. They're quite wide and comfy. I quite like the big dash. It's quite well laid out and every info you need is on there. Oh yes, and the cruise control. It's the best thing ever. Some of the other models even have a radar, so it'll detect the car in front and it'll slow down for you. The heat flow, compared to my V4 SP, so much better. Well, it's a bit cold in Melbourne now, so it's a bit hard to judge how it's going to go in summer. I still feel like the flow is a bit better than the other Ducatis. Let's have a play with the settings. There's a little button on the left hand side which you can use to navigate. Most of the settings you can change on the fly. Oh, it's got heated seat. That's the best thing ever. For the heated grips, there's a separate button on the right side, which is quite common on all the Ducatis. So you hit that button and you can see the little display on the dash. Only been on it for like 10 minutes and I'm loving it already. Well, let's have a play with the different modes. It's got 4 different modes: Sport, Enduro, Touring and Urban. The beauty of this is you can swap the modes on the fly. So if you want to go to Touring, you can just do that, or Enduro, or maybe I'll just go back to Sport for now.
The fan kicking in, 103 degrees, a little bit of heat, but nowhere near that.
The Multistrada has the new V4 Gran Turismo engine. Ducati took 3 years to develop this engine and the results are brilliant. 175 horsepower from 1158cc V4 configuration, delivering a max torque of 125 Nm at 8,700 RPM. Surprisingly, the new V4 is actually 1.2 kilograms lighter and more compact than the previous Multistrada engine. It also has twin pulse firing order and rear cylinder deactivation. It has a counter-rotating crankshaft derived from the Stradale engine, reducing gyroscopic effect from the wheels, leading to better handling and agility. It's perfect for daily use and traveling. Another main point to note is the valve clearance is now 60,000 kilometers. That's more than double the previous manual average.
These are pretty cool. Good quality.
As you would expect from a Ducati, the quality of components used are quite good. The plastics, switches and all the associated stuff feel really good and they're not cheap. The only thing I noticed was the bark busters. They're quite fragile. You also have this phone box to put your phone in. It has a little USB charger in there if you want to charge your phone on the go.
USB down.
I just noticed this backlight for these buttons. They're pretty cool.
to go on site, so it's an opportunity to ride the multi again.
Straight away, one of the things I noticed was it's very hard to lane filter on these bikes. It's not just the Multistrada, I guess. Any sport touring bike with wide handlebars would be a bit hard. Just cruising through Melbourne streets means I have to stick to 40 kilometers an hour. It's very slow. Having a cruise control is really handy, especially with these plus and minus button if you want to adjust the speed. That's all you need to do. Meanwhile, I ran into another problem. The phone box doesn't really fit big phones. Another thing I noticed, the handlebars do vibrate quite a bit. Partly because of the bark busters that come with it. They're quite flimsy. I didn't want to lose my phone, so I took it out and I put it on my jacket. These switches are actually quite nice. Really nice feel to them, and they're all backlit. It's nearly midday and almost near my site. Still enjoying the Multistrada. Commuting on this is actually quite fun. Before I get to my site, I thought I'll grab some quick lunch from Springvale Market. If you live in Melbourne, you would know Springvale Market. Driving a car and finding parking here is almost impossible. But if you have a Multistrada, that's no problem. Springvale Market. Got a Vietnamese pork roll. Too bad I had to work today, otherwise I would have taken this multi up the hills to try some cornering. As always, next time. Just notice, the windshield's actually adjustable. You can adjust it manually. Some of the other bikes out there have electronic adjustments. Alright, finished work. I get to go home. So I'm 5'11" and I feel like the bike's set up for someone my size. I can reach the handlebar quite easy, and I can also put my foot down when I come to the stoplights. Let's have a quick look at the acceleration. So the Multistrada I have here is the S version. The S version comes with skyhook suspension. It's got mixed reviews online. You can see the status of the suspension on the dash here. The S version back in the days used to come with Öhlins. They don't do Öhlins anymore. I don't mind the skyhook suspension. Especially when you change mode from sport to comfort, there's a noticeable difference. I've noticed that on the S versions with Öhlins, if you change to comfort, there's not much change in suspension. Like, it still feels a bit stiff. This, however, makes it really plush. So you can see here when you put it in touring mode, the suspension is in medium, and it's still in semi-active mode. You can also see the preload is set to auto. So all this is customizable. You can change it for every mode and set it the way you like. The ambient temperature is now 22 degrees, but the bike's still running at 82, which is pretty good. But if you have a few stoplights and you're sitting for a while, the temperature starts climbing. Also, as per the previous Multistradas, you can set the preload based on your weight. So if you're riding alone, or with bags, or with the pillion, or with pillion and bags, you can set the preload to suit the occasion. Nearly the end of the day, but my SP2 is still not ready, so I will be collecting it tomorrow, which means I get to keep the Multistrada overnight. I've been riding continuous for an hour now, which is nothing for Multistradas. Still very comfortable and I can keep going. Nearly home, time to park up the Multistrada for the day. The next day morning, I got a call from Ducati saying my SP2 is ready for pickup. This sadly means that I'm bidding adieu to the Multi for now. Most of you might not know this, but you can get the Multistrada in the V2 engine as well. So it comes with the V2 or the V2 S. And for the V4, you can either get the V4 Base, the V4 S, V4 Rally, or the V4 Pikes Peak, which is like the best. There's also different packages you can add, which includes cruise control, radar front and back, panniers, and some other accessories you can add on. The Pikes Peak actually comes with Olin suspension and has a different color scheme as well. Speaking about pricing, the V2 starts at $24,000 Australian. The V2 S is $27,000. The V4 on the other hand is $31,000. The V4 S is $37,000. The V4 Riley is $41,000. And the V4 Pikes Peak is $47,000. I haven't tried the Pikes Peak yet, but if I had to pick one out of all this, I would go for the S version.
Interesting. Need to get the key out. Right.
It's been a fun 24 hours with the Multistrada, and I can't wait to be on it again. But next time it'll probably be a bit longer so I can take it out the twisties and try it on the corners. Now it's time to go get my V4 SP2. It's gonna be a bit different to this. And here we are back at Ducati Melbourne West.
Hello.
Well, that's it for this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this review and hope it gave you an idea of what the V4 Multistrada is, and hopefully it'll assist if you're trying to buy one. Don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to follow on my Instagram. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Until then, take care. Ciao.